Yeah, howdy folks, this is Wolf in 4966. Yeah, yeah baby. Okay, end result of the car problems, um, I'm going to give you all some advice. Um, your engine's shaking, it's rattling and it's just going wild and you're driving down the road and you got all kinds of shaking and I mean it's Jerry Lewis in the car, okay? But don't you fret, don't you fear, because it may not be what you think it is. Okay, of course you're going to have to probably go get a tune-up and get some plugs changed out, but all I can say is if you have these problems and you think your car's just going to crap, you're mistaken. And I'll explain myself. It's like this. My car's doing the same thing. I'm a mechanic. I'm like, I'm going to take it down there and get a second opinion from a longtime friend, 10, 15 years, Mr. Johnny down at JR's, Shipley's Tire and Tube Balloon, and they do everything there, folks. I'm telling you. And John told me, he's like, well, I don't know if you thought about this, but did you think about bad gas? I go, yeah, I thought about that, but I haven't heard of anybody else having this problem. He goes, oh man, he goes, dude, we had 10, 15 people come in here with the same problem. And he goes, you know what to do. I go, yeah, I was gathering my thoughts and I said, yeah, I got to put some gas treatment in there and so forth. But believe it or not, you're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. But you can buy the expensive gas cleaner stuff, but just get you one little bottle of rubbing alcohol. Get some rubbing alcohol. Hell, it don't matter what flavor it is. But what I suggest is don't go with 50%. Go full on with 91% alcohol. And there might be some people out there. Well, man, alcohol's not going to solve your problems, dude. Well, in a way, you're wrong. It helped. Uh, what I did is I had a quarter tank. I let her get down to a quarter tank. Just man, that just engine was slugging away, man. And you got to understand what you got is you got fuel injection. Okay. So what you're doing is you're picking up the crap from your tank, including water. And as we all know, water doesn't burn. Vapor does not burn. In hot heat, the water in your tank is going to turn to vapor. It's going to be easier to pass through your fuel injectors. That's right. So I had a quarter tank. What I did is I went down and I didn't get a little bottle. I got the big bottle. I forget what it was, a liter. And I poured that sucker out. Probably half the bottle went on the ground, but so what? I mean, so what? And then I went down to a place that has reputable, good gas. And you're going to pay for it. You might be getting your gas for $2.19, let's say. And you go down to the reputable Shell or whatever your store is you can't go get the cheap gas. That's a given. What you do is you go down, and what I did is I had a quarter tank, put the alcohol in there, which is rubbing alcohol pretty much, and then I filled it up with the good gas. it was kicking around like a mule and giving me all kinds of trouble anyways, and I'm like, well, geez, I hope John's right. I know that you can, actually, you can put moonshine in your tank and it'll burn. But believe it or not, the cheaper way to go, well, you can go get $30, $40 bottle of moonshine and it'll do the trick. But the cheaper way to go is $2, $3 for a liter of rubbing alcohol. You put it in there, you know. I probably got a quarter to 3/4 of the bottle in there, and then I top that baby off with about a half tank, which for my car is about 11, $12, and I put that in there, and then it's starting to improve, boys and girls. That's just plain and simple, you know. Words say one thing, and then what am I thinking of? Words say one thing, but reaction says another. And the reaction is the problem's starting getting better. It's starting to get better. That's probably, you know, it suggested, you know, John said, you know, hey, bud, John, I'm John too, by the way, and we're both mechanics, and I'm saying, yeah, I didn't think about that. But later down the road, I might have to get a tune-up done on it. I mean, it's overdue for a tune-up. But the knock and ping and stuttering and dulcing is actually coming down to a minimum. Um, what John suggested, his suggestion is 50, put 50 miles on your tank. And if it's not any better, bring it in. I'm thinking I probably should get it with probably 20 miles. You know, I put a lot in there. And you could go out there and pay $12 for some fuel treatment, or you can pay $3 and get some rubbing alcohol. And so far, it's working. Even my landlord said, well, last time I heard your engine, it was just like going all over the place. And I'm like, yeah, I know. He goes, so you put that stuff in there, and I told him what I did, and he says, yeah, it's starting to sound a lot better, a lot better. When you put alcohol in your car, you're gonna burn harder. You're gonna burn hotter than normal with normal gas. So what you got to make sure is you got to make sure your fuel levels are good. Well, your oil levels are good, and uh, your radiator fluid is good, because you don't want to burn that engine up, man. It's a long road from there. But I just thought I'd give you that little bit of mechanic advice. Now, when I was in the Army and we did diesel engines, um, we just put some ATF in there, automatic transmission fluid. Number one, because it's a high detergent, and you put it in the fuel, and it just blows out them injectors, and you're good to go. A lot of people go, oh, no way, I'm not doing that to my vehicle. That's fine, you know, pay a mechanic. But, you know, I just want to let y'all know that. I mean, that's my end result of the the unresponsive vehicle trick. And I just want to wish you a good Tuesday. Stay cool, stay good, stay real, and stay faithful. Roger, and I'm out.